Prepare to verify destruct sequence code 1.
Talking Dicks from the web series The Two Dicks. During the pandemic, we've become the Talking Dicks. Talking. That's what we're doing. Just talking. And I'm Al Romas in Tampa. That's Al Ducharme in Studio City. And Al, can you guess where I am? I'm not under the bridge.
You're on set. That's the room. That's the room that we shot the Cold Case Files with Helen Keeney in season 1. I don't remember which episode it was, but we did 10 episodes, and that was probably the 4th or 5th episode.
In fact, this picture on our mug is taken right at this table that I'm sitting. I'm here, you're there, and then Helen as the waitress, and Trixie the waitress, walked in.
Hey, this isn't about the peach pie, is it?
You forgot these detectives.
And she had our flask and gun.
We took the picture down, which is behind you, because that was also Captain Crunch. Danny Bevins, comedian and funny man. Danny Bevins stepped up when we had a cancellation and filled in and played it perfectly. I think we did 3 takes with him.
Nailed it. He came up with Ducharme on the spot.
Ramos! Ducharme!
It's Romas.
It's Ducharme.
Ramos! Ducharme! You, 2 dicks!
On the spot. That was
he was so good.
That was not written. He just got, he just went full
Captain Crunch.
Full Army Ranger. He was an ex-Army Ranger, and he just went into it and became Ducharme. He
may have done it in 2 takes, but I think we shot a 3rd one just for fun. Like, he was like...
I think so.
I think any take I could have used for editing.
Yeah. So this has been a Two Dicks staple for 2 years now or so, and now I'm back.
Gunplay
for a time being. What for? What's that?
The episode Gunplay. This room was a diner. We made it into a diner.
Yes. This is where.
And we had the cowboy and his mother in the diner.
He's a child. That's a toy gun. Come on, sweetheart. Morons.
Right.
Yeah, that was all took place right there.
Yeah, this is. It's been used. And now I'm here talking in a Talking Dick for temporary until things move along. But here we are, and we want to tell people, even though I've changed locations, we're still on YouTube, and we're still on Facebook. And we need people to subscribe to the YouTube.
It's pretty easy to subscribe. You go to YouTube. You have to have an account. You give your email and a password, all that shit you've done a million times. And then the lower, you can subscribe anywhere on the page. There's a click. You click something that says subscribe. Or in the lower hand corner of like this episode on YouTube, you'll see it says subscribe. And you can actually take your cursor and click that right in the screen. And you'll subscribe automatically. You don't have to do anything else.
I did it. I wrote on the page the other day. I subscribed to a friend, comedian, his channel. I timed it. I just timed it. I think it was 38 seconds to just go click, and then I didn't have it. It said sign in. So my Google email came back, hit like, subscribe, done. 38.
And if you're already signed in, it's a half a second. It's click, done. You're in. And then you'll get twice a week. You'll get announcements that our podcasts are up or a new episode of The Two Dicks.
And we're giving 15, 20, 16 minutes every twice a week, and people can't give us 38 seconds.
Free. It's free.
Subscribe.
Now, if you want to become a Patreon member and get special content and gifts such as coasters and mugs and T-shirts, well.
And we have a new interview coming to the Patreon page. We've recorded.
That's right. 2 days ago, we recorded Richie Minervini.
Richie Minervini. I guess all these guys, the older guys, are the ones from each state. He's the godfather of Long Island comedy. I know each city has a godfather. He's the godfather of Long Island comedy. He had East Side Comedy Club. He's the guy who found the club and ran it and booked it. He's a comedian himself for many, many years. And if you're on Long Island, you've heard the name, you know who he is. If you don't know who he is or you want to hear him tell some stories, he had great stories.
Eddie Murphy, when he was, I don't want to ruin anything, but Eddie Murphy, when he was still in high school, was working the comedy club. Also, he
doing one-nighters with Richie and a bunch of grown men. These guys are all in their, 30s.
Seinfeld.
Murphy's a kid.
Paul Reiser. Kevin James, a bunch of guys.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of chicks.
Yeah. Well. And no, they're good. We were kidding around. They're always good comedians. A lot of great comedians come out of East Side Comedy. So if you want to hear Richie talk about it, and you got to see this interview because it's not your standard podcast interview. Richie's Richie. So let's just put it that way. It's a little different, but a lot of good stories, and it'll be on the Patreon page this week. I don't know what day yet, but it'll be up there. And again, that's the tiers: $5, $10, $25. You choose and be part of it. And we had a happy hour with some of the Patreon members last week, and who knows? We might do that again. We'll see.
We had one guy who was giving us $1,000 a month as a Patreon member, and unfortunately, he was a drug lord kingpin, and the feds came down on him, froze all the accounts. So
that hurt. That one I was counting on.
The kilo I wasn't expecting, and it showed up in FedEx, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know about this.
You kept that, or you still have it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, very good. Hey, so we, between Patreon, check it out. Go to the Patreon page, look around, sign up. YouTube, subscribe. I mean, God, we have over probably 900 followers on Facebook, and we're looking for those people to subscribe.
Half of them migrate
to
YouTube.
Exactly. Sir, you know what I'm holding?
Oh, we have a question. Oh, are we done with our infomercial?
I think so. I think people got the idea.
Okay.
I think that.
Let's answer a question.
Let's answer a question.
Hold on, wait a second. You're telling me it's time for
questions.
Question.
All right.
Speaking of patrons and Patreon members, this is from one of our Patreon members, Ralph Kimber.
Hold on a second. Can I get the
third?
Can I get the General Tao's chicken? And I'm going to get the fried rice, shrimp fried rice. I'm sorry. That looks like.
You want any? You want soup? You want soup?
You want wonton soup, or do you want?
Wonton?
Do you want to go Vietnamese and have some Young Tom soup?
Remember that Bobby Slayton bit where they repeat everything you said?
Yes.
The waiter.
Very funny.
Your hair's on fire.
You know your hair on fire. Now I just did an accent. Now does that make me a racist?
Yes, I hope so. Somebody.
I'm not a racist. I do accents.
Cancel us. I want to see us on Twitter trending the two dicks. They were doing racist Chinese impressions.
I do accents, regionalism.
Your hair's on fire. Hair's on fire. Yes, sir. Are there crayons in this soup? Yes, crayons in soup. Yeah. Yes, sir. Very good. Crayons in soup. Ralph Kimber III.
Oh, Ralph.
We don't know.
He's a Patreon supporter.
He was there. He was at our happy hour. He had his cocktail. He had a nice background, too. He blew up our logo and used it as his Zoom background. Very creative. And,
that was awesome.
It was fun. Good time to see. And we're doing a cigar herf on, I don't know when we're doing it. Tomorrow.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
No, yesterday. We did it yesterday.
Last night. It was so awesome.
Oh, it was
great.
A big success. Quite a success. Ralph
Sunday
was there
is
on
football.
That.
Sunday is football. So we have to schedule things around it.
Sunday. All right. Ralph Kimber III would like to know, performers are often told, don't give up your day job. You always hear that as a That's kind of a heckly, shitty thing to say to us. Hey, don't give up your day job. If comedy never goes back to normal...
Hold on a second. Let me just explain to some people that don't know. Sometimes when you're in a comedy club and you're doing well as a comedian, you're performing, you're killing it, as we say, you're crushing it, you can still get a joke that kind of lays flat, and then you'll hear that heckle. Say it.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. I think people understood the
Not
basic
everybody.
intent of
We
it.
have new listeners.
All right. If comedy never goes back to normal, what would both of your, quote, day jobs be and why?
And why?
That's the Ralph Kimber III question.
Ralph
What would they be
Kimber
and why?
the third.
What would they be and why?
Can I let you go first this time? You always make me go first. If we were gay, you'd make me go first.
Hey, now.
Remember that joke?
What do you mean if? What do you mean if? Hey, whoa.
Remember that
man.
joke?
Uh-huh. No. Go ahead. Tell me it.
I tried being gay once, but I quit when it was my turn.
Oh, funny. Funny ha-ha.
That's a funny joke.
Not funny queer, funny hi-ha. Yeah, gotcha.
All right.
I like it.
We've been canceled. We got canceled again.
Remember the two gay guys playing hide and seek? Remember that joke?
Now, how does that go?
The gay guys are playing hide and seek, and the guy goes, all right, I'll hide first. He goes, what if I don't? And if you find me, I'll give you a blowjob. And the other guy goes, well, how will I know where you're going to be? He goes, I'll be behind the couch. Now, what would you...
That's it. That's the gist of it. Now, my gay friends are laughing at
That's
this.
the jism of it.
That's the jism of it.
What would your day job be? I don't know. I before comedy, I was in... I worked in the radio station. I worked at a WOFM in Chesapeake, Virginia, spinning the records and talking into a microphone. So
it was an easy.
I'd probably go back to that. Maybe even less money than comedy. So yeah,
it was an easy gig, but you could do it from your home now. You can do it from your home.
It was a great gig, but I think I made $210 a week, and then I got offered a weekend emceeing for $350 for the weekend. And I told the production director,
I quit.
I have to go. And he goes, well, you can't. I go, well, I'm making more in a week than I make here in a week. And I said, I think I have to quit. Yeah. And that was years and years ago. So, but that was WOFM, Chesapeake, Virginia. I would probably do that, maybe some sort of podcast. Maybe I'd find someone to podcast with and get some subscribers on YouTube and maybe a Patreon page. And I think that's what I would do, Ralph.
Is he ending the Talking Dicks right now? Is that what he's doing? Did you just give me a 2-minute notice?
Maybe I get Richie Minervini to do a podcast with me, and
Well, he's got a million stories.
He has a lot of stories. What would you do, Alfred, if we can never go back to the stage? The stage.
Well, again, I'll give you a little history. Of course, high school and college, I had various jobs. I was a dishwasher in high school. I worked in my family's restaurant. I had a paper route for a short period of time.
Which one? Which did you have?
I dabbled in radio a little bit. I really enjoyed that.
You dabbled? What does that mean? Did you get paid?
No. No, I was brought in as a guest and sidekick and invited back. So I started doing it kind of like for fun every once in a while. I loved it. So, but I was never compensated for it. No, I was a private detective.
Right.
I did a little bit of that. I used to spy on. Sometimes it was a domestic where it would be a husband and wife spying.
I think you're misunderstanding Ralph Kimber III's question.
No.
So
I'm just.
It's not what jobs have you had in the history.
I understand that, but I'm giving.
What would you do if you had?
You gave people a brief history of what you did prior, so you.
One job. I said I'd go into radio. Editing, sir. Edit. I didn't give the history. I've had other jobs.
I'm going to cut that shit out. Poof. All right, we're back.
What would you do if you couldn't be a comedian anymore? A comedian. You're not a comedian. No, everyone's a comic. There's no more comedians, are there? Women,
no,
they don't care for that term.
They don't like it. We thought it was the political thing to do, politically correct thing to do, but now it's an insult. It's an insult.
I can't keep up, man.
I can't.
Can't keep it up. I can't keep it up.
Can't keep it up.
That's the problem.
Can't keep it up.
No. What would you do, sir?
I would go behind the scenes in production. I would like to direct. It's a whole different animal. It's easier to say, oh, I'm going to direct stuff. It's crazy. You have to be able to delegate. You can't micromanage, but you have to manage. Very difficult. But doing this stuff and our sketches and whatnot, I'm getting a taste of what it would kind of be like, but
Right.
I would definitely go into that other side of the camera creative end.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can see that.
So basically, I would do this. Would you like your coffee? Is that 2 sugars?
All right. Well, that's a good. There you got your answer, Ralph Kimber III, and thanks for. I was going to say thanks for asking a question. That's how people. That's how we do it. Again, that's another, not a pet peeve, but that's another one. How many times do we ask people, give us a question, give us a question? We get a question.
Ralph, thank you for participating.
Thank
See?
you. Thank you.
See, people think we're not talking to them. And then we
talking
hammer away at, ask us a question. We post it.
I'd rather talk down to them. I like talking down to them. instead.
Yeah, that's been working. So we're asking you.
We just
We're
lost 4
asking you.
subscribers.
We lost 4 subscribers. Look, we have a clock. It's going down.
It's like the national debt. It goes the other way, though, for our subscribers. We keep losing them and losing them.
Is that it
yeah.
for this? We don't have any shows to push.
No, I have a show in October.
Oh, I have my first live one as well. But you've already performed a half a dozen times.
Tell us.
It's going to be out in Thousand Oaks it's at a vineyard, and yes, Tom and Steph Clark. Actually, Steph Clark of Funny Girl Events is producing it, and it's not just women, but I've worked for her.
Women and you.
She's booked me a few times in the past, as well as Bernadette, my wife Bernadette, and great gigs, great crowds, and that will be my first one.
Will Bernadette
3
also
weeks.
be performing?
I think we are, actually. I think we are.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Will you be masking it up, Alfred? Will you wear the mask on stage?
No, not on stage. I will wear it to the venue when I walk through, and then when I get up on stage, boop, boop. But
Right.
it's an outdoor event, so.
And how much time will you be doing?
Probably in the 30-minute mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't. It's a winery. They don't do the 2-hour shows.
Nice.
They do like they do like an hour and 20, hour and a half show.
Good way to ease back in.
Yeah, and
Sounds
we
good.
there's probably going to be like 5 comics on there.
That's the worst part of that. You have to wait. Are you going at the end?
Yeah, but some
In the
people
last-
will go up and do like 8 minutes.
Yeah. No, I just the thing I don't like waiting for the other, 5 comics. Just I like to get on and
Yeah, but it's
finish
kind of
them.
it's our first venture out. Bernadette will probably go on before me, and I think I'm closing it out, but we could switch that.
Right. Got the candle store bit all ready to go. Got it. Do you remember
I'm
it?
going to try out some new material. I mean, they're your jokes, but I'm going to try them out, see how they work out here on the West Coast.
New material. Nice. 23andMe.
Well, here's the deal. When there's that many comedians going up before you, whether it's 3 or 4, you have to watch. You have to watch everything because this is pandemic.
I don't watch.
Well, I want to try out the new stuff, and I want to see if we're doing any crossover material.
No. Don't watch.
What if you go up and do the same premise as the last person, and they executed it better than you did?
Well, you got to figure everyone's gonna talk about COVID or the pandemic at some point.
It might be
They're gonna have
a dead horse by the time I hit the stage.
So just open with the candle store and just move on. You be the guy who doesn't mention the pandemic. And then people go, does this guy know we're all wearing masks and there's a pandemic?
Mention not
wrong
the
with this?
pandemic, you will.
Subscribe.
Mary. If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money.
Captain Crunch, how was your weekend?
Cappy, top of the morning to you.
Ramos! Ducharme!